Welcome to This Explainer. We're breaking down a highly anticipated upcoming event that could honestly completely change how you view your career as an author. You know the drill. If you're an indie writer, you are constantly hustling. You're drafting, editing, formatting, launching. It's exhausting. But today, we're looking at a curriculum hosted via authorworkshops.com that takes all of that immense hard work and frames it perfectly for the broader publishing industry. It's all about teaching self-published authors exactly how to present themselves like a pro to agents and editors. Okay, let's dive right in with a question for you. Do you look at the books you've already released as just, well, past projects? It is so incredibly common. You finally hit that publish button and suddenly that book feels like a finished task sitting quietly on a virtual shelf. You're totally done with it and you immediately move on to writing the next one. But what if we completely flipped that script? What if we challenged ourselves to see our existing catalog not as old news, but as our ultimate publishing resume? Seriously, think about it for a second. Your past books aren't just taking up space. They are dynamic. They have real, measurable data attached to them. And if you frame them right, they are living, breathing proof of a thriving author business. Now, this huge mindset shift comes straight from our instructor, Kayla Bramante. She's an active literary agent at Storyteller Talent Agency. And because she sits directly on the agent side of the desk, she is literally reviewing author platforms and market positioning every single day. She knows exactly what the industry is looking for, and she's sharing those behind-the-scenes secrets in this live workshop to show indie authors how professionals actually evaluate their work. It really boils down to two distinct ways of operating. On one hand, you have the amateur mindset, treating your hard-earned books as past projects fading away in the rearview mirror. On the other hand, you have the professional mindset, viewing those exact same books as undeniable, data-backed proof of your success. Bridging that gap from casual to strategic is exactly what this intensive is built to achieve. So, to help you firmly cross that bridge, Kayla is hosting the Indie Author Publishing Resume Workshop. The primary goal here is incredibly empowering. It's designed to teach you how to present yourself to agents and editors so you're approaching the traditional industry from the absolute strongest position. No more guessing what gatekeepers want. You'll know exactly how to package your existing success to open entirely new doors. Let's talk about access. The investment is a flat $97. That single registration fee covers your full access to the entire event. When you think about it, getting direct, unfiltered access to an active literary agent's insights for less than the cost of a basic book cover design, that is a total no-brainer for your career trajectory. So you'll want to mark your calendars for the weekend of June 13th and 14th, 2026. The whole thing is virtual and live, kicking off at 10 a.m. Central Time. Because it's fully interactive, you're not just passively absorbing theory. You can actually bring your own specific platform questions and book release context right to the table for live Q&A. The flow of the curriculum makes total sense. Saturday is all about looking inward, doing a really deep assessment of your catalog and your platform. Then, once that foundation is completely solid, Sunday shifts the focus externally, teaching you how to aggressively pursue rights and agents in the broader industry. Section 1. Saturday, your indie publishing resume. Subtitle: Assessing your catalog like a publishing professional. This is where the real work begins. Instead of judging your books like an artist, you're going to learn to look at them objectively, like an agent. We're talking about the actual metrics that turn heads: your sales history and velocity, the substance of your reviews, crucial social signals, your newsletter engagement, and the overall consistency of your reader-facing brand. Before the day is even done, you're going to know exactly what's working. You'll pinpoint where your current platform is undeniably strong, and just as importantly, exactly where it needs some strategic polish. It's a complete audit of your own career, so you know precisely where to focus your energy moving forward. Moving on to Section 2. Sunday, Rights, Sales plus Professional Positioning. Subtitle: Taking the Next Strategic Step. Sunday is basically a step-by-step roadmap for your future. First, you'll learn to improve the professional story around your existing books to make them undeniable. Second, you'll prepare for highly lucrative avenues that indies often ignore, like audio, foreign, and subsidiary rights. Third, you'll position your next manuscript from a rock-solid foundation. And finally, you'll really understand traditional publishing and how agent querying actually works. Kayla hits the nail on the head here. To quote the curriculum, this is not an overnight fix. It is a practical approach for getting your author business into the strongest and most professional position possible. I absolutely love this mindset because it sets honest expectations. There's no magic button in publishing, right? It's about doing the hard, practical work to build a real foundation before you start knocking on traditional publishing doors. Section 3. Who should attend? Subtitle, Is this workshop right for your author journey? If you fall into any of these 4 buckets, this intensive is built specifically for you. Maybe you're a previously published indie author wanting your catalog to work way harder, or an author with complex sales or platform questions for the gatekeepers. Maybe you have a brand new manuscript to position, or you're just seriously considering traditional publishing. If that's you, you really need to be there. Just a quick heads up on the deadline. Registration strictly closes on Saturday, June 13th at 10 a.m. Central Time. If you want to bring your questions directly to an agent and finally demystify the professional side of the industry, you absolutely have to lock in your spot before that first session kicks off. Once it starts, the doors are closed. So, I want to leave you with this provocative thought to really chew on. If a literary agent looked at your sales data and your social presence today, what story would your resume actually tell? Are you ready to take control of your professional narrative? Thanks for exploring this with me, and I truly hope it helps you position your author business for the incredible opportunities ahead.